What is going on YouTube? But Great Blades here, and today I'm going to be reviewing this guy. This is the Spyderco, oh my goodness, sorry, I was just filming some other videos. This is the Protech SBR, and this one is the Blade HQ exclusive. Let's start with some overall measurements. So overall size on this is going to be just under 6.5 inches, looking about 6.4. Cutting edge, or sorry, blade length looking at about 2.9 inches, with about a 2.6 inch cutting edge. Go ahead and do a measurement on the blade stock thickness here. So blade stock thickness, about 120 thousandths. And then we will do a measurement on the weight here. Turn that off. So weight in this one's going to be about 3.1 ounces. Then we'll do a size comparison with the Demco 20.5 with original goat scales. I'll link them down below. And the QSP Penguin. So this is a small knife, I would say, even by my standards. Smaller than both here, even something like the QSP Penguin, which isn't a particularly big knife. It's also not huge or small, but it's definitely a little knife. So not too crazy to carry. It is, however, an automatic knife, so that's something to be aware of. And it is over the 2-inch blade length laws in California, so something else to be aware of. But do a comparison on the carry profile. So it is, I'll call that, it's about the same as something like the 20.5, and then it's going to be just a little bit thicker than the QSP Penguin. It's not going to be a hard knife to carry. It's small, pretty much in all dimensions, even in terms of height. It's pretty small, so it's not going to be bad at all to carry. Yeah, so this is the Blade HQ exclusive that came out in 2023, so a little over a year ago now. I think it was the end of 2023, fall or winter time. Pink anodized aluminum. It has some sprinkles on it. This is, of course, in reference to Blade HQ's exclusives that they do for the Desert Warrior. They started doing those because they started with the Boker Kalashnikov autos, I believe. People wanted the Desert Warrior, which is the like OD green and like FDE coated blades, but so many people kept typing in and misspelling desert, and they put desert, which is with 2 S's, and they could obviously see that. They can see when people search for things. So they decided, as a funny joke, to make different some of the Bokers, the Boker autos, with this sort of pink donut sprinkle kind of design. And some people really hate them, and I think that's hysterical. Personally, I think it's funny. I don't own most of them. I don't own any of the other ones, actually, but I just think it's so funny that people get upset by something like that. Some people are very, it's a knife, it's a tool, it can't be all these fun colors, it looks cheap like a gas station knife, blah, 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 blah. Listen, if you want to do that and that's your opinion, you're free to do so. But just because you can't have fun and you don't want to take a joke, that's not my problem. So listen, I'm going to love this knife that is pink and sprinkles and blue and all these silly things because it brings me joy and it's my money, so you can't tell me how to spend it. But I just think it's fun, honestly. And the SBR is a very popular model from Protech. It is, of course, a shrunken down version of the regular rockeye. SBR stands for small bladed rockeye, which is a Les George design, if you see here. He's got some very cool models with many other companies and of his own, of course. But yeah, I just love this one. I mean, also the blue sapphire DLC that Protech has done on a couple of their other models as well, I really, really like. I've had two other Protech autos. I've had the Godson and the Godfather, and I had my Godson was just a plain stonewashed one, but I had the sort of rose gold DLC for the Godfather. I did sell both of them or traded both of them for other knives, but I just didn't really carry them. But both solid knives as well. And I did have the rose gold DLC, which was cool, but it wasn't really my thing. And then they came out with the sapphire DLC, and yeah, this stuff it's just gorgeous to look at. So I think when I got this one, I decided that I was going to start collecting all the other ones. Of course, they're always limited, and they usually resell on the secondary for much more than they were originally. So I actually haven't gotten any of the other ones, but I am always looking for the blue sapphire DLCs. They do have like the Malibu, the Godson, the Godfather, I think the TR3, the TR5, maybe a few other knives, but I definitely want like a whole collection of the sapphire DLC. I think I was cutting myself off there, but it does also have, if we look here, a mother of pearl button or inlay on the button here, which is also just kind of funny to me that they did something kind of extra like that on this, silly knife here. But yeah, it's really comfortable, honestly. I mean, it is small, even for something like me, but I think it's just about perfect, honestly. Like, even, I do have very small hands. I can get a full 4-finger grip on this. Most people probably won't be able to do so. It'll probably be more like a 3-finger knife, and if you have truly big fingers and hands, it'll probably be even less than that. But it is a small knife, but for me, I think it's honestly just about perfect. It's comfortable, I mean, you don't feel that pocket clip. It's nothing super crazy, to be honest. Just kind of a standard Protech, like stamped or steel folded clip, but it's nothing crazy, but it works. And it's the same blue as the blade, so it matches, which is nice. But it is very comfortable. You don't feel, you don't feel it at all. Like, literally at all. Like, I can't even feel it. It's great. And there is jimping on the top here. It's not super aggressive. I think it's nice, though. I mean, it locks you in, I think, enough personally. And it's in a good spot. It goes all the way on top of the blade just before the actual drop, which is nice. Yeah, it really locks you in. It's just kind of a standard, I believe it's hollow ground. It's definitely compound ground, though, because it has some flats and a swedge at the top there. I'll have to double check that. It feels hollow, but it might just be a flat grind with just some flats. But S35VN, plenty fine steel. They use it on their other SBRs and some of their other autos as well, which is fine. Sandwich construction, aluminum, which is nice. I think the sprinkles are made of like some kind of epoxy that they kind of layer on here. With that being said, it is fairly durable, but in some spots, I haven't even really carried this too much. I don't know if you can maybe see on this, sorry, on this particular blue sprinkle, there's a little bit that's chipped off already, and then on this back one, right above my thumb there as well, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little bit that's chipped off as well, but that's not something that really bothers me, truthfully, that much. It's fine. It's just kind of the nature of the thing. It's okay. So maybe one day, eventually, if I carried this every day for a while, all the sprinkles would fall off and whatnot, but I don't really carry this just because I think it's a cool knife and I do kind of want to preserve it a little bit, but it is really cool. I do like this knife. It's very cool, very nice. I've said all those things again a bajillion times. It is kind of shadow boxed and chamfered around the edges, so it's comfortable there as well. The action is typical Protech action. I mean, for a smaller knife, it definitely has a very, very nice, action, It's not so unreasonable that I think it'll fling out of your hand unless you're really not prepared for it. Like if you handed this to someone who's never used an auto at all, definitely a chance that they could drop it or it could, kind of fly out of their hand. But I think it's pretty solid, typical Protech action in a very small, nice kind of EDC size. I do want just a regular, I don't know, kind of plain Jane SBR that I can actually carry and use a whole lot. Just because I want to keep this one nice for the collection and then have one I'll actually use. But it is a very cool knife. It's well made, of course. Protech is made in the USA, so for those of you that care about something like that, you can take pride in that. They're USA made. I believe they're in California somewhere. Like I said, this was a Blade HQ exclusive, so this particular variant is out of stock. Maybe you can find it on the secondary, but you'll probably end up paying a little bit more than what it originally cost, just because it was a limited run. I think they only made 200 to 500 of these. We would have to double check that, but they didn't make a whole lot of them. But if you want to pick up just a regular one, those are always pretty much available. This one, because of the, it being an exclusive and it being different, especially with the Sapphire DLC, it was more expensive. It was about $350 when I bought it in 2023 from Blade HQ, and then the regular kind of plain Jane SBRs, depending which configuration you get, because they have smooth and they have textured and different blade steels and things like that. But typically they're about $220 to like $260, so it was about $100, we'll say, over a typical one for the exclusive. But I think that's fine. That's okay for what it is and how limited it is. If I really wanted to, I'm sure I could sell this for basically what I got it for, if not more. Not that I'm going to, but there are collectors that would buy it pretty quickly if I decided to ever sell it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Not sure what else I can say about this. Honestly, Protech and the SBR is a pretty cool knife. I think they do a good job of it. I think the Blade HQ exclusive here, the Desert Warrior finish, I think it's hilarious. I'm sure there will be some people either in the comments here or just you can find it pretty much anywhere if you see a video on this. But there's always people that are not big fans of it, Oh, I'm a big manly man. I only have big manly knives, and the SBR is too small, and I don't like those little sprinkled donut knives. Oh, it makes me mad. listen, if you're going to choose to be worked up over something small like that, I mean, good luck to you, because I don't know, man. I feel like there's worse, bigger problems to be concerned about than a pink rainbow sprinkle donut knife. But anyways, I think that's going to be pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think down below of the Protech SBR. Give your thoughts down below about what you think about the Desert Warrior and this collab that exclusive that Blade HQ did with Protech. And be sure to leave a like and subscribe, because I'll be posting more videos. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.